Now I hear you got some dirty work for me.
Yes.
All right.
We'll hook you up.
You are?
Steve Leonard.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Leonard. What are we going to get into today?
We're going to attempt to change one of these packer cylinders.
Attempt to change a packer cylinder. What exactly is that?
The packer cylinder is actually the cylinder that actually packs the garbage inside the hopper of the garbage truck and stuff.
Okay. Alrighty, here we go. I'm getting ready to go up here with the packing cylinders. Looks like fun. Okay, we are in here with the packing cylinder, is that correct?
Yes.
And it smells rosy in here. It really does. I'm really getting hungry.
You ever been inside a garbage truck?
This is the first time I've ever been inside of a garbage truck, so this is a very new experience for me, but I'm loving it so far. I think it's going great. So, so how does it work in here? What's the process that we have to go through? And is that
with removing the cylinder, what we have to do is remove, it's got an upper and lower pin, and then some actually hydraulic hoses here on the end to actually move this packing blade. And one of the first steps we got to do is make sure that the engine's off, nobody's in the engine compartment, with the key removed. Yeah, that was just for your safety, because if all this stuff gets started, I mean, you wouldn't have time to get out, of course. But the first thing we want to do is clean out around this pin area and remove like all this.
So you want me to dig around in all this trash right here?
Yes, I need all that trash removed.
Okay. All this trash, that's great. Oh man, this is fun. Is there any special technique I should be using? Or?
No, that's pretty good technique, man. If this show don't work out, holler at us, maybe. We may hook you up with changing packer cylinders.
Well, I'm going to pray that everything works out with the show then, because you guys have all new respect for y'all. This is some nasty stuff.
How often do you work on these?
Usually average at least maybe sometimes once or twice per week. Then of course we got some of the newly automated trucks, and
what are you doing, Adrian?
we're on camera.
Huh?
We're on camera.
Hope that wasn't important.
Yes. I'll explain here in a minute.
This is good.
So you guys have like some kind of draw to see who has to work on it that week?
Yeah, the shortest straw wins. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that's the case. You know, but after you've done one or two of them, you kind of get immune to it. It ain't as bad as sometimes what it seems. You know, it's just part of it, you know.
Now, obviously, it's winter, so it's pretty cold. So what's it like in here in the summer? Do y'all?
Summer, when it's about 95 degrees, everything really starts cooking then. Of course, this large metal box, I mean, just like a big oven. And you can get some nice aromas going for sure.
Look at that right there. That's yummy. That's what these guys get to play with all the time.
So when you hire somebody new, it's the first job you give them?
Yeah, yeah, right.
What's some of the strangest things y'all have ever found in here?
We've found, of course, food. We found, you know, the hypodermic needles. You'll find medicine. Actually, one of my bosses found a live dog in one of these and took it home, and it was his dog for a lot of years.
So it was live? So that's like, no, it's blood or anything, is it? It's,
no. The dog was alive. No, the dog was alive.
All right. So.
Somehow, but you know, sad but true.
Did you ever find money?
I don't look at clothes.
Or if you did, you wouldn't say.
Right.
Whole beets. Somebody's eating healthy.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting ready for lunch. I'm starving. This is
So what's this one in for today? What's this truck in for?
Actually, we're just doing, just routine checks on it. And like I say, this cylinder here is starting to leak a little bit, so we're just keeping an eye on it.
This isn't one of the automated trucks, is it?
No, no.
How many of those, with the robot on the side, how many of those do you have to work on a week? Do those pretty steady, or they?
Well, right now they're all new, less than a year old, so everything's still working pretty good on them. But as time goes along, of course, you have more wearing parts and things, so we'll probably see an increase next year as far as working on them.
Our name tag is now trash.
Tell everybody why you have that name.
Yes, this dirty tag. As you can tell, it's not a very good name tag. It's not even a name tag at all. It's a crappy sticker.
Oh man.
Alright. I'm gonna get that dang bottle. Yeah, it's flying up now. That's what I'm talking about.
I think you want to be in there with me.
No, it might be time for me to leave, man.
Shoo! This is great. This is. So y'all have like a big fear, like finding like drug needles, or like I just found glass. Y'all, that's something y'all have to like worry about like on a daily
constantly.
basis.
Yes, especially working around this type of things where people
Homework.
just throw everything away in the trash, it seems like. And like I say, the needles, the glass, getting cut on any of that. You just have to, just stay on your toes and just, be extremely careful with it,
So is there any type of safety precaution for that stuff, or you ought to slap a Band-Aid on it and go?
No, if we do see needles or something like that, which, you never can tell when you're digging through this what you're going to find. But of course, he's braver than I am. I wouldn't even put my hands down in there, But, you just have to be extremely careful. And of course, like I say, with it being wintertime, you don't have a real problem with the maggots, but maggots are a big thing in the summer. We have to deal with those too, creepy crawlers, but they're kind of.
What do you guys work on here at the garage?
We work on everything from, say, a weed eater up to a garbage truck, the fire trucks, police cruisers, school buses, backhoes, dozers, dump trucks, you name it. We got a wide variety of vehicles we all work on and stuff.
So is this the only truck y'all have to clean out? Do y'all have a bunch of trucks y'all just?
The garbage trucks are mainly, this nasty, of course, but now we do have some sewer trucks that get pretty raunchy too, So I'm sorry I don't have one of them today here for you, but all right, I'll be trying to get that man.
Sorry.
You got it.
We'll get dirty together. We'll get out of here. Dirty work.
I get off about 2 hours,
Dirty
man.
Looks like you got that pretty well cleaned out.
Right, yes.
And it is no longer dirty.
Yes, and as you can tell, you can see the pin down here in the back. And what we'd have to actually do is remove this pin. And if you'll notice, there's like holes on the side here. And what you have to do is take like a bar and the hammer and beat these pins out and stuff. While at the same time, we usually have a crane coming in from the ceiling that wraps around this cylinder to help support it to remove this pin. Then, after we get that end taken care of, I don't know if you'll be able to see this part up here, man.
What is it?
It's up here is where the main actually hydraulic fittings and the other pins are and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'd had to remove all that too, if we was actually lifting this cylinder out and stuff. But
What'd you think of that?
That was great. This is.
What else you got for him?
Can I give you guys my card, and I'll come by on the weekends and do this?
Yeah, of course, man. We'll let you work all weekend, man. Yeah.
Alrighty. See if we can get out of this dirty, nasty place that Mr. Leonard calls his own little corner of heaven. That's a beautiful spot in there. Definitely dirty. That was disgusting. What? That is just. For all you guys back home, this is it's gritty, it's grimy, it smells horrible. Just come give it a try.
All right, dirty job, man. We've got a special treat for you.
Special treat, huh?
Yes. We've got another one out here. This is one of our older garbage trucks, and we need to get all this cleaned out.
All that cleaned out.
Yes. So.
You're not messing with it?
No, I'm not messing with you, man. And as much as you love trash and everything, I figured you'd be the man for the job.
So I've got to crawl in here and dig all this trash out and into here.
Yes.
All right.
These cylinders, we get pretty good service out of these cylinders, but usually about every 3 to 4 years we're usually, changing one of these out. Yes, all the oils and transmission fluids and stuff like that are checked every morning by the operators, and then
just slide it back in there? Or?
Yes, just slide it back in there.
You see? I guess I messed up.
Wrong place. Right, exactly.
There's some cabbage down here.
Usually I have my beautiful assistants right over there who usually do all this kind of work for me. Yeah, that's Leonard's Angels over there.
You guys really do have to love your jobs.
Yeah, we kind of like buying homes and buying tennis shoes, so yeah, that's just part of it.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Good. All right, we are inside the garbage truck, in between the two packing cylinders. And right now they're having me check the oil level. Oh. What is that? What exactly? Yeah. Something down here dripping down on my face. Tell you, what is that? Is that normal?
You learned a valuable lesson now. When you're working on a garbage truck, always keep your mouth shut.
So I'm assuming that's not supposed to be on my face. This is...
If we have to replace the packer cylinders, yeah, we'll actually be some sort laying right here to get to the pins and the hydraulic hoses and stuff, and then if you had to remove the pins back here, you actually have to get on the floor of this truck and then scoot back in there to get the other pin and stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's not a pretty day. That's not a good day.
I got this plug out. What's next? All right. Dirty Bob, who are you?
My name's Russell Elton.
Russell, nice to meet you. What are we doing with this giant machine here?
We're servicing it, changing oil, greasing her up.
So then greasing up and changing the oil, all right. Is that a dirty job?
I guess pretty dirty.
Pretty dirty, all right. Well, show me how to do this. Let's get
All right.
dirty.
Good. It's under here.
So what are we doing here? What's all this for?
This here is your drain pan. This will drain the oil into.
Okay.
And it'll be right under here.
So I've got to get up under there
Yeah.
and drain the oil.
Yep. Let's see here. All right. I'll show you where it's at.
Let's begin. That's warm.
Yeah, they get pretty hot. They've been out all day working. If you have to, you can move this, slide this out the way for a second. You have to.
There you go. There we go.
Alright, now it should be loose enough to turn by hand. You slide that right back under there. It's
Here
going
we go. So about how much oil do these things go through a day?
this one holds about 15 quarts of oil, I say.
About 15 quarts of oil. And
Yeah.
what type of oil does it take? Is it special, or can I just go to AutoZone and get some?
You can go to AutoZone. It takes just 1540, so.
Oh, okay. All right. About how many times do y'all have to do this? This like a monthly thing, weekly?
Yeah, it's about a monthly thing.
Alrighty. Oh, that is real oil right there. That's great. That's fun down here, having a blast.
Probably warm, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely warm oil too. This.
Yeah, it's been out working all day.
That is real oil. Nice warm. Oh man. So what are y'all gonna do with this oil when it's done?
We'll dump it into one of the bigger oil barrels that we have, and then after that, we'll take it to out to the used oil, and it sucks it all out into the used oil container until they come back and pick up the used oil and recycle it again.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what I've done with that plug.
It dropped right down in the pan.
Right down in there?
Yep.
All right, so I got to go dig it in there.
That's always a fun job. Done that plenty of times.
I get to play in this oil because I was not thinking and dropped the oil plug in there. So just another one of the great benefits of changing the oil on one of these things.
How long have you been working here?
I've been working there for 5 months.
5 months? You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I enjoy doing this.
What's the most interesting thing you got to work on?
Garbage truck.
Garbage trucks? He just worked on a garbage truck.
They get pretty dirty and they smell bad.
Yeah.
So how many mistakes have you made since you've been here? Yeah,
I had quite a few.
quite a few.
I'd say.
What was the biggest mistake you've made?
Oh, spilling oil all over the floor, I'd have to say. Then you have to clean all that mess up.
To clean it up, how do you clean it up?
You get this right here, quick dry, and it dries it all up. And sometimes it don't get it all up, so you have to scrub it down. You get soap out of the parts, and you scrub it down. But this usually gets it up if you put it on there right away, depending on how much oil's on the floor.
Okay. So does that happen often, or is that only to the rookies, the beginners?
Garbage trucks, they have a little trick to them when you're draining the oil. They bounce off the parts in there and it shoots it everywhere. I've got drenched in oil a couple times.
So do all these, like the backhoe garbage, do they all take the same kind of oil, and is it all?
Dump trucks and garbage trucks take the same oil. All the backhoes and everything take the same oil. Some of them have different designs on how they do it. Some are easier than others, but
Okay.
it's just depending on how they're made.
You think you're gonna the job? You think you're gonna be with it for a long time? You think it's you
Yeah,
like working for the city and stuff?
I like working here. It's fun, exciting. I wouldn't want to trade
What
it
about
in
the
for
people you
anything.
working with?
Oh, they were a great bunch of guys. They different personalities, that's for sure.
You got any stories on Leonard?
Not too much, John. He usually leaves here too early for me to do anything on him.
Who do you think has the messiest job here? Who gets the messiest?
Messiest, probably we do, because we deal with all the oil and everything. We do just about anything that they have us wanting to do, as long as we're servicing and at the same time.
Is it almost drained? Or you put the plug on? Or? What are you doing under there anyways?
Waiting for it to drain. I was gonna pull it out so you could get me digging through here.
Huh.
But
Did you really drop the drain plug in there?
yes.
Dummy.
I've done it a couple times. It's easy to do.
Sorry,
when
I'm
it's
kind of
warm.
new at the job.
Yeah.
When it's warm though, it gets touchy-feely. You don't want to hold it for very long. That
Oh, I
oil
get
shoots out warm and everything.
See, it wasn't total my fault.
It gets real exciting if you get one of the big oil barrels and dump it in that.
Yeah.
They're even harder to fish
Old
out.
diving.
Yeah, these here you can just stick your arm in there. Not too hard to get to.
Would it be all right to go ahead and pull this out now where it's just dripping?
Yeah, that's fine. We usually start putting them back in when they start dripping.
Alright, so I got it. Okay. So I have to dig through that. There's no tool I can use to help me find that. I've just got to just dive right on in here and get this.
Yeah.
No joke. It's gonna be fun. Alrighty. Ah, found it first try. Didn't take that much. That's what an oil plug looks like for all those who don't know what it looks like.
He'll be cleaning your tools for you.
They ain't tools if they don't get dirty.
Alright. She's on there good and tight. She's on there now. What do we do?
All right. Then we get the oil filter, which is on this other side over here, I believe. Should be down the inside there.
It's pretty dirty down there.
Well,
Pretty dirty.
this is what we call an oil filter wrench.
An oil filter wrench. Okay.
Like,
So you know what to do yet? Slip that on the oil filter. Tighten it up and you can pull it and twist it off.
See, I don't know how to tighten it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
here we go. I'll show you. You just pull that straight like that.
Okay. Alright, that's how it works.
Like that.
Okay. Alright. Alright. You must really enjoy your job to be doing this. This is...
Let me ask you a question. Don't you guys have some kind of lift to get this thing off the ground so you don't have to crawl under it, or is that just for the smaller vehicles?
For backhoes, we don't have a lift for it, but on garbage trucks and
Whoa, whoa,
all the
whoa.
other vehicles, we do.
that normal?
Yeah,
Did I do that right?
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay.
Ain't nothing we can't fix.
Alright. Yeah, y'all fix a lot. Y'all pretty much keep the city running, like I said. I mean... Oh, man. Splashing everywhere. You guys are...
It's getting it good.
There we go.
That boy. Got the new one on the other side here.
Stop. We're making a big mess down here.
And there's the new one right there.
Alrighty.
That's what they made quick dry for.
So did you say you were gonna make a career out of this? You gonna stick with it, or?
You said you're gonna make a career out of this.
Yeah, yeah, this is what I'm studying in school and everything. I like this job, Northeast.
Huh.
It's a fun job. I enjoy it. The guys are great. They like to pick on you sometimes if you mess up, but that's just part of the job.
So what keeps you coming back day in and day out?
I'm fun working on vehicles and everything. I've always liked working on cars my whole life. So.
You ever actually taken one? You ever had to take one of these engines out and put a new one in, or?
I never
Anything
had to
that hard
arc
yet?
anything. No, not yet.
You done that at Northeast?
We've done that once, taking an engine out and put it
How's
back in.
Hard,
It-
fun?
It's fun depending on what vehicle you work on. I say these here might be a little bit complicated.
So what would you say is the best part about this entire job, of all the vehicles you get to work on, all the things you get to do to them?
You never get bored, I'd say. Two different engines, different.
Yeah, and I mean you never know the outcome of everything because everything comes in different ways and you have different things you have to do to them. It's not just always changing oil and everything. Sometimes you'll have to find an electrical problem or change tires. So it's just a mix of different things.
If they break out in the field, you got to go out in the field and fix them?
Yeah, we'll have a road call. Depending on if they're unrepairable for us to go out there and fix it, they'll tow them in. But we try not to do that. We try and go out there and fix them.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've got the filter on now. What's next?
All right. Next thing we've got is we've got fuel filters we've got to take off.
Fuel filters.
Yeah.
It's obviously a really dirty job. These guys go through this and they probably look like this day in and day out every day. So we really owe a lot to them. They're really keeping the city running here. These guys, they obviously like their job to keep coming back. I couldn't do this every day. This is just dirty. Well, Russ, thank you for having me out here at the city garage. You guys obviously have a very dirty job out here. So be sure to tune in next week on Dirty Work.